Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, yoink, Good Morning Mini Motorways. Let's go to Tokyo for today's daily challenge. Spaghetti Junction. We will start with 5 motorways and then have no further, and all destinations are much busier. All right, let's go. Let's get this going. Let's get this cord draped right over here. There's a little knob right here that's like supposed to loosen or tighten one of the arms on my mic boom, and it is also a convenient place to just tuck the cable so that it doesn't get in the way. Why do I have 7 Discord notifications? Why do I have 8 Discord? Hulkamat has sent me 6 messages. Alright, let's see here. I'm sorry, I'm particularly out of it today, so I'm having a little bit of trouble just recognizing basic patterns and shit. That's fine, I'm sure that's fine, everything's cool. Let's take these pinks right here, run them down this way. Good morning, gotta take Grog to work, but still wanted to say hello. Good morning, Leah Fireheart. Glad to see you here as always. Say hello to Grug for me, please. Alright. This pink, actually, you can just swoop up that way, right? That's still... Everybody's still going to be happy with that, right? I think that's going to be a little bit easier to deal with for you. Alright, let's take a set of traffic lights. We currently have 7 methods for getting over a large body of water, so I don't think we need an 8th at the moment. Let's point you into here, you out to there. We'll run this guy right here. Okay. Now I could just cut down here, cut this corner, but I really don't want to, because I really don't like the aesthetics of this being right here. And this green could be an issue if we go any further, but we'll see. If this guy goes circular, then we're going to have a problem. In the meantime, what are we going to talk about today? Well, it's going to be wrestling because it's the _Goog, but also WrestleMania was last weekend, this past weekend, which means it was last night and also the night before last, because WrestleMania is a 2-night show now. And WWE responded to the problem that WrestleMania had become a 7-hour show by turning WrestleMania into 2 6-hour shows, which was a choice. I mean, that's a thing that they did. Let's have ourselves a roundabout. This is kind of a nightmare here, actually, with... How would we make this any better, I wonder? So we've got these greens here. Maybe, hold on, here's a thought. What if... No, because we still can't cut this corner. We would have to get down to here, so that's not going to work. What if... Greens up here? I'm just trying to figure out a way to get greens to, like, basically separate these greens and go one business, one road with it. But I'm not immediately seeing that. I think the answer, the way to do that if I want to do it, is actually just give up and do that with the pinks, which is probably a good idea. Alright, you come here, you separate there, you come up to here, that's all going to be fine, and you two just merge or something. Can I stick a traffic light right there? I can stick a traffic light right there. Okay. You come up to here. We're going to draw motorway number 1. Get you going over this way. That'll be just fine. All right. So yes, WrestleMania is now 2 6-hour shows, which is certainly a choice that WWE made. WWE made a lot of choices over the past 2 nights, some of which resulted in what looked like good, fun stuff. You know, I did not watch WrestleMania. I never fully 100% sat down and watched and did nothing else until the main event of the second night. So that's the only thing that I saw every second of, was the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match. But from what I saw, it looked like there was some good stuff. You know, it looked like Edge and AJ Styles had a really good match. Another thing that I actually specifically paused what I was doing and looked at and directed my full attention to was Cody Rhodes' debut. Cody Rhodes did in fact sign with WWE. Rumors are true. He debuted, and I gotta say, his entrance at WrestleMania was very cool. It was very, very cool. And what it was, and part of the reason it was so damn cool, is it was just, what if we took AEW Cody Rhodes, same music, same entrance, you know, with the rising up out of the stage and all of that. What if we did that whole production, but at a WWE scale? And one thing that WWE still does better than AEW, and may always do better than AEW, is they have the kind of scale in their presentation that really, really makes things stand out. Of course, it helps that they were at, you know, Cowboy Stadium in Dallas in front of 55, but let's lie and call it 70 because we're WWE, 1,000 people. Doing that helps. What else? What also helps is what we're going to do with these blue guys. Namely, we're going to take these right here, and we're going to run motorway number 2. Do we need to run motorway number 2? I mean, we've got so much road. We do, in fact, have so much road. Feel like it might be kind of a shame to take all of this road, to have all of this road and not use it, rather. So what if you come up to here, and then you come up here, and we just draw a long straight road like so. So now these blues can come down here and support this guy, and that might even actually be fine. Who's to say? This is an awful lot of blues. This is already more blues than I would expect to support one single business, even at rush hour. So something's probably going to give. But we'll see. But yeah, Cody got the big WWE WrestleMania entrance with a ton of pyro and the crowd going absolutely nuts. And it was really cool. It was really, really cool. And then he went and had what looked like a really good match with Seth Rollins, which, you know, good for him. Cody's really good. Seth Rollins is really good. It makes sense that Cody and Seth Rollins would have a really good match. Do I suspect that in, 6 months' time, Cody is going to be a big deal and he's going to matter to the grand scheme of things in WWE? Fuck no. Absolutely not. But I never suspected that. OMG, these motorways, they're so tiny. They're so tiny. Look at this. Tiny little motorway number 1. Good morning, Byron Mask. Let's take another bridge, because we keep using them. Alright, here's the problem. I've got a circle over here. Well, actually, this might not be a problem. Maybe we can just do this and turn these 4 guys into extra support up here. Maybe we can just do that. What if you and you come up to here, and we'll tear down that tree. Goodbye, tree. And now you are emergency support for the circle. Are you having a Goog morning? I suppose by definition, I am always having a Goog morning, because I am, after all, the _Goog. So, yes, I'm having a Goog morning. I'm having the Googest of mornings. We're talking about WrestleMania, decisions that were made, things that happened. It was a show. It was a very long show. Here's another thing that happened at WrestleMania, and another decision that was made. Okay? Stone Cold Steve Austin, you may have heard of him. He's a professional wrestler, in that he once was a professional wrestler. Nowadays, he's a guy who has a podcast and owns a vineyard. And did they wrestle manically? At points they did. There was, in fact, mania surrounding the wrestling. So, by that regard, truth in advertising. Something WWE has a problem with, truth in advertising. Let's see. He's the ice cream guy. Yes, formerly known as Chili McFreeze. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yes, he's the guy. He's Cold Stone Steve Austin. Exactly, that's him. The ice cream guy. You know who I'm talking about. Well, that gentleman, Cold Stone Steve Austin, is 55, 6, 7, something like that years old, and has not wrestled a real, live, actual professional wrestling match in like 17, 18, 19 years. Because his neck is screwed up, and just because, when you're 50 some odd years old, it stops being a good idea to have professional wrestling matches at some point, in as much as it ever was a good idea. Let's be clear. At a certain level, it's never a good idea to have a pro wrestling match. But when you're 50, 60 something years old, it becomes a terrible idea. All right, you come up to here. It being a terrible idea to have a professional wrestling match at 50, 60 something years old will come up later. That fact will come up later. By the way, we're going to point you two green guys, right into here. That's going to be fine. You blues are going to swing your arms from side to side. That's it. You can do this and go down there. Thank you. Foreshadowing. Yes. Oh my God. Now we got orange guys. Nobody said there could be orange guys. Why are there orange guys? Why do the orange guys think they have a reason to be here? Why do they have to mess with everything? All right, you come here. Let's bring you all the way down there. But what we're going to do is we're going to have you come out here. And is there any way that we can kind of separate this pink traffic? I suppose if we're not opposed to taking a bridge, if we're not opposed to using a bridge, then they're fine. Because what we can do is direct our pinks to come this way, which does use a bridge, but you know what? Bridges are kind of replaceable. And now we take motorway number 2, and we run it straight into the orange business. One business, one road. This is going to be fine. You know what? Now that we're doing this, we don't need a roundabout there. We can do a traffic light right there. And that'll be better. The pinks will be happier. I have so many greens right now. You know what? Let's take... Oh, that's a bad pink to have gone circular. Oh, that's a very bad pink to have gone circular. Oh, that's a problematic pink. Son of a bitch. That pink had some opinions about things it was not fully educated on in high school and has not fully let them go. That is a problematic pink. Okay. You come up to here. Let's see. I think the best thing to do is to take all of these greens, separate them out of here, and draw a motorway. Yes. Let's just draw motorway number 3 right into here. No, you swoop thusly. Okay. So you 6 greens, hop on the motorway, get over to here. Taking that motorway frees up this traffic right here for you. And also, let's pull these 3 guys. Actually, you can come up here. You can come up here. And, ooh, gross. What if we did that? And then that? The only problem now is you only have 5 houses of support, which is probably not enough. You probably want more than that. Oh, the yellow just went circular. Okay, all right. Well, actually, probably not the end of the world. We can just swoop motorway number 1 like so. So now you've got 4. You've got plenty. I got 3 more yellows over here in case 4 houses is not enough. And it's difficult to tell right now. Let's take a... Is this Final Fantasy VIII lo-fi? Probably. I know I have some of that on the playlist, so you almost certainly heard some. I don't have the window in front of me that shows what all is playing, although there is that at the bottom left of the screen. Let's see here. You blue guy, why don't you get some more help over there? You need some help over here. What's the best way to help you? Probably, actually, the best thing we can do is kind of want to kill this road and just take a blue motorway. Yeah, let's just kill this road and take a blue motorway. And having done that, we can then create a purple road that goes this way. Yeah, we'll have purple road all night long. That'll be fine. And actually, because we've done that, we can also have these greens come up here, and we can get a few more cars over onto motorway number 3, which is probably a good thing. You come up here, you come up here, you two go this way, and then into here, and then up to here and in here. Stupendous. Motorway number 3, move up here. Thank you. Okay. Pink guy, spawn that away. Thanks. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you two, why don't you point out here, you point out here, you point out here, and we'll take motorway number 4 and draw it thusly. I want to have it come in at a better angle than this, so we're going to wait a second. Okay. Temporarily ups quality setting to confirm musical suspicions. Well, I hope you were right. Alright. So yeah, motorway number 4 is going to swoop over here. Motorway number 3 is not actually connected at the moment. There you go. Okay. So this is creating a temporary logjam, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna get blue and green cars in and out of here. That's gonna be okay. This green circle, not gonna be a problem. So, Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? We're familiar with him. He's a former professional wrestler. He's 50, 60 something years old. Well, WWE wanted Stone Cold Steve Austin to have a match at WrestleMania because WrestleMania was in Texas and their ticket sales were lagging, and Stone Cold Steve Austin is a big name, and people will buy tickets to see Stone Cold Steve Austin have a professional wrestling match, even in 22 when Stone Cold Steve Austin is, 50, 60 something years old and has a bad neck. OMG, you have a John Cage redeem. That's true. 433 Goog bucks, and you get to hear a perfect rendition of John Cage's 433. How many other Twitch streams have a 433 reward? I ask you. All right. Blue guy, you know what? You're not doing anything right now, and I think we're just okay with that. Like, at some point, we need to be okay with that. WWE did not, in fact, wind up having or advertising a Stone Cold Steve Austin match. They instead promoted a confrontation. Stone Cold would appear on a wrestler's talk show. Wrestlers just have talk shows sometimes. It's an excuse to have promo segments that are supposed to get the wrestler over, because one time Roddy Piper did it a few times and it went very well for him. So now they always have to do it because, listen, if something worked once in the 80s, that means it works forever in the 2020s, which is basically how WWE actually thinks. So this wrestler, Kevin Owens, has a talk show segment, and it's supposed to be, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be on the KO show. But, everybody's kind of thinking, and Owens is flat out saying, he's going to kick Stone Cold Steve Austin's ass. So the idea is, at least what you're supposed to think is, they're going to talk, Owens is going to say something stupid, Austin is going to hit his move, and that's going to be it, right? It's going to be a confrontation. They might exchange punches, but at the end of the day, Austin's going to hit a Stone Cold Stunner and drink a bunch of beers, because that's what Stone Cold Steve Austin does, right? Well, for reasons that baffle the mind, they did in fact have Stone Cold Steve Austin have like a 15-minute match. They just didn't advertise that Stone Cold Steve Austin was going to be having a 15-minute match. They didn't advertise that he was going to be having a match at all. They just had him have a match, unannounced, with no build, with no advertising. And listen, I know that WWE's business comes from Peacock now, and Peacock, like, you're not buying a pay-per-view so much as you are tuning into your already existing free service, but that's still dumb. Good morning, Henry CS. We're talking about WrestleMania, which, despite apparently being pretty good, was also dumb because it was WWE. You yellow guys are going to go that way. You yellow guys might actually require a roundabout like so. All right. This is an awful lot of blue guys. This orange just got mad. Why is this orange mad? Probably because it only has 7 houses of support, and we're mad. I suppose by having a huge surprise like that, they might be trying to get people to tune in. I guess, and there is a certain logic there. I can see that, but there are certain things, in my opinion, like, there are things you have as a surprise, right? And one year, like 5 or 6 years ago, they did something like this with The Rock, where, like, The Rock, big Hollywood movie star who was a former professional wrestler, had an impromptu, unannounced match against a dude. But the difference is, The Rock had been advertised to be on the show, but they didn't announce what he was going to do. They didn't say, like, oh, The Rock is going to have a confrontation with the Wyatt family or anything. No, it was just The Rock is going to be on the show. And then when The Rock came out, this group of idiots called the Wyatt family came out, and the lead guy sent his doofus Mook up to have a match with The Rock. And he was like, I challenge you, The Rock, to a match right now. Ha ha ha. And The Rock had, like, the bell rang, The Rock hit his move, and The Rock won in 6 seconds. That's the kind of thing you do as a silly surprise. I don't think you do. Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to have a 15-minute no disqualification match where he takes, like, suplexes on the concrete. You don't do that unadvertised, because you don't make money that way. But again, it's all on Peacock. They don't make money anyway. The only way they make anything approaching money is by Peacock giving them money. But Peacock gives them money because people tune in to watch, and people are more likely to tune in to watch if you tell them that something cool is going to happen. And Stone Cold Steve Austin having a match is cooler than Stone Cold Steve Austin being on a talk show. Oh, God. All right, this orange is still kind of a nightmare. I have a lot of unused orange and a lot of dying orange. Maybe these two things are related. Maybe these two things might have something to do with one another. Who's to say? None can ever know. All right. Why don't you and you... Listen, can I just sneak a roundabout? Yeah, sure. We'll sneak a roundabout right here. That'll be fine. That'll be absolutely fine. I don't see how you can possibly say that that's anything other than fine. Here, this is all going to work out swimmingly, perfectly. Oh, my God. All right, fine. Listen, you, and you actually work over here now. It's fine. I just moved your business. It's closer to your house. You can't complain. You go that way, I guess. Now I've got pinks that need to get up here, which is certainly a fact. You can't deny that there are pinks that need to get up there. That's their whole gimmick, is being pink and needing to get up there. How do we get those pinks up there, I wonder? That's a damn good question. Let's do this. Let's just run a big, long, stupid Diaga Bridge. Diaga Bridge is the official name for a... Damn it! Draw the Diaga Bridge properly, Goog. Right here, right here, right here. Yes, go. Stupendous. Like so. Okay, we have our Diaga Bridge. You're a circle now. you know what? That's just going to have to be fine. We're just going to have to get along with that particular little doggy, because we don't really have an alternative. Although we could toss a roundabout right here, and I don't have another bridge though. So you see where I'm getting at in theory. Hey, orange guy, are you going to be okay? You're not going to be okay. These oranges are not going to fix themselves. God dang it. 1,685 commuters on your roads over that time. Sad times. I swear it's FF9 Evil Forest theme. This is Danger in the Forest from Final Fantasy IX. So yes, good job, Henry. Not Henry, good job, Byron. Top 30% in the daily challenge, but Samurai Sam, oof, 51 in the world. Good job, Sam. Good job, Samurai Sam. All right, let's bring in our friend Wordle. You come right over here. Wordle the Wordle, as opposed to Yertle the... Never mind. Here. Let's do this. And now, what are we going to do for our friend Wordle? You know what's a terrible first guess, but is a thing that happened at WrestleMania? Is Punch. We'll talk about that. Let's do that. And so yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin had a 15-minute impromptu out-of-nowhere match on WrestleMania. Just because that's how they decided to do things. It was a terrible idea, but so is using these as your second guess. And I turn out to have been wrong. But hey, I found where the H goes, so that's nice. What about shall? I'm just banging on these double letters. Oh, okay. Could it be shawl? Just like so. Yes, indeed it could. Alrighty. Well, that's a good way to bang out a Wordle. Short, sweet, God, I hate you. I hate you. Jeez. Just because my Wordling is improper. Wowzers. Alright, let's try to knock out another level here. It's been a while since we did a no pausing run. Let's go to Wellington. And I shall not pause. There will be no pausing for this second run. Because, we can still talk about stupid things that happened at WrestleMania. So Stone Cold Steve Austin had a match. For no particular reason. It looked fine. Apparently it got better as it went along. I, again, was not fully watching. Something else that happened. I can't believe you went from Punch and these. You get lucky sometimes. It turns out that shall was a very good third guess. Oh my god, green guy. Seriously? Seriously, you're gonna do that to me? Alright. Alright. It's fine. This is all fine. Here. You come this way, like so. Boom. Great. Just drill right through the mountain. I'm sure that's fine. You know what else happened? Vince McMahon, 70-something-year-old gajillionaire, who is a barely able to walk old man, had a match out of nowhere. Drag the greens to the right of the pink. You know what? You're right. That's just proper and correct. Here, everything's going to die while we try to do the thing better. You go here. You go down here. You go that away. We're still not pausing. Come right here. Doot and doot. Yes, Vince McMahon, 70-something-year-old fucking bastard man, had a match out of nowhere at WrestleMania. It was, at least from what I could see, terrible. 76-year-old bastard Vince McMahon had a professional wrestling match against retired NFL punter Pat McAfee. It's a thing that happened at WrestleMania, I swear to God. True fact about WWE, Vince McMahon had a match against Pat McAfee. Like, retired NFL punter, current podcast bro, Pat McAfee. Yeah. It looked dumb, bad, and stupid. And then Vince McMahon took the worst bump for a Stone Cold Stunner I've ever seen in my life. Because, I can't explain why anything happens anymore. WWE pretty much only exists to serve the impulses of Vince McMahon, an out-of-touch 70-year-old billionaire. So, yeah, that's a thing that happened. That's a series of things that actually happened. Oh my god. All right, this orange guy, these oranges are going to come up here, which means that this green can run this way, and these purples can fuck off. The hell are you supposed to do anything here? Here's a terrible idea. Do that. That's just going to be absolutely perfect. 10 out of 10. No fucking notes. Seriously? Really? You're going to do this now? Okay. All right. Listen, can I get a roundabout right here? Of course not. You can't put a roundabout over water. What are you kidding? You come this way. You go that way. Is it weird I keep getting Vince McMahon and Mayor McCheese mixed up? I mean, listen. Mayor McCheese almost certainly has a better track record regarding human rights violations and employee privilege and not killing his workers. So, if I had to choose between working for Vince McMahon or working for Mayor McCheese, I would work for Mayor McCheese. You come up this way. Oh, you're a circle now. Great. Great. That's just, that works. I'm sure it works for you. And if it works for you, that's what matters. All right. What is going to die? Let's see. What's going to die is probably this purple business right here. Or maybe, oh, you went circular. Oh, I didn't know that you went circular. Okay, well, if you're a circle with only 3 houses of support, then yeah, you're going to die. I'm sorry. That's just what's going to happen. But yeah, WrestleMania looked like there was some fun stuff on WrestleMania. Like, Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch looked like they had a really good match. Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey looked like they had an interesting match. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, if you still love the Brock Lesnar match, was a good example of the Brock Lesnar match, which is just a 10-minute sprint where you hit your finisher 6 times. I'm kind of done with the Brock Lesnar match, so Lesnar Reigns didn't do anything for me, but, you know. If you still love the Brock Lesnar match, Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns was a good example of a Brock Lesnar match. It was also like the last thing to happen on 12 hours of program. 12 hours spread over 2 nights. You go this way, you go here, you go that way, and now we have greens that need to... Oh, don't have a crisis about being the same age as Ronda Rousey. Nobody should have a crisis about Ronda Rousey, except perhaps the actors that Ronda Rousey thinks exist. It's a terrible joke, but, you know. Ronda's a Sandy Hook truther, so what are you going to do? You're going to make fun of her for existing is what you're going to do. All right, if we don't get a motorway this week, we're pretty much cooked. Because we got blue guys down here and blue over there, and yeah, this is going to be issues. This is pretty much going to be issues. I don't know if she still is, but she certainly was, Byron. Oh boy, okay. Okay, so we got purples here. They're on this road. They can come down to here. That means that they can also come out this way, right? And go up here, into here, right there, like so, with a roundabout. Yes, that's going to work. That's going to get purples that away. What else is going to get purples that away is these blues coming up here, going through here, and we're just going to do this and this and this. And now all of you blues totally have a reasonable, safe way to get over here. You absolutely do. Oh no, not your plums. Not your plums. They were in the fridge. They were juicy and sweet. Oh, the plums. Well, hopefully they left you a note. If they at least left a note, then, you know, it's still a shitty thing to do, but it would be an explanation. I think an explanation of why your plums got eaten is the minimum that someone owes you. Let's take a motorway and consider drawing a motorway for our blue friends. because, seriously, look at this ridiculous nonsense we've done. Look at all of this ridiculous nonsense we've done. Here. You go that way. These purples are mad, which I can't blame them. I would be mad, too, if I was those purples. You go that way. I need to get pinks off here, like, now. So, let's just do this awkward and gross thing. Yes, let's just do this awkward, gross thing. Here. You go that way. That's going to be totally fine. Pinks go that way. Purples go this way. This purple's still mad. This purple needs to come this... Oh, look at all these purples that have been down here this whole time. Great. Let's take them and run them thusly right into here. Fly like the wind, purples! Oh, he did leave a note. It just says, ha ha! Well, I'm sorry Nelson Muntz stole your plums. If it's any consolation to you, Byron, my purple died very quickly. Turns out that no pausing runs are dangerous. They're very dangerous. All right, that's going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. We will probably talk more about WrestleMania in the coming days because there was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff on WrestleMania. Turns out there's a lot of stuff when you have a 12-hour show that you spread over 2 days. Folks on YouTube, you're going to see the end screen. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody on Twitch, stick around for a raid.